Thank you for joining me. I'm God's servant, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Why Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison? Why Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison? Wherever you have joined from, I want you to pay attention very closely. Pay very close attention. I will tell you two major reasons. Two spiritual and physical reasons. These are two major reasons Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison. And I want to remind you that the time for his appeal will elapse on the 20th of February 2026. You need to understand. Let's begin with the spiritual reason. The spiritual reason why Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison. On the 11th of December 2025, I gave 6 powerful prophecies. 6 powerful prophecies on Maxwell Nnawuihe YouTube channel. I don't know if you watched the prophecy I gave on the 11th of December. If you watched that prophecy, 6 of them, although 3 were in the public, whereas 3 was released in the private. If you watched the 3 prophecies that was released in the public, type in the chat section. Type in the chat section. I'm bringing that prophecy to you. In that prophecy, I mentioned what God told me regarding the 27th of January 2026. The title of the prophecy is Crisis Unfolds, Shocking Prophecies. Expose Kanu's release date. Nnamdi Kanu in prison, January 27th crisis. I just decided to read it out so that you will look for the prophecy on YouTube. It is on YouTube and it went viral. That is the title of the prophecy, Crisis Unfold. Crisis unfolds. Shocking prophecies expose Kanu's release date. Nnamdi Kanu in prison, January 27 crisis. Those of you that are aware of the developing stories or the update on his latest court appearance, we know that there is crisis. I'm going to put the thumbnail. Let me bring the thumbnail. Put it on the screen so that when you see, you are going to quickly confirm the prophecy. This is the thumbnail. Leaked secret 6 alerts now. Dramatic crisis. January 27 transfer doom and Kanu's fate. I am God's major prophet, Maxwell Nnawuihe. I hope you're following. The thumbnail, as you're looking on the screen, that is what is written on the thumbnail. This was published on the 11th of December 2025. That was before the 27th January came. Ahead of time. God revealed it and showed me everything, and I mentioned it. Leaked secret 6 alerts now. Dramatic crisis. January 27 transfer doom and Kanu's fate. You know that Nnamdi Kanu has been seeking for transfer from the Sokoto prison to a nearby prison in Abuja where he can be able and effectively challenge his life sentence. And the Lord told me that there is a doom coming and waiting for that very date. And the Lord told me that there will be a crisis on that very date, 27th of January 2026. That was 11th of December 2025. I saw it clearly and I mentioned it. Now, the details of the prophecy, you are going to hear it. The video we play. And after that, I will give you the second major reason why Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison until the writing is done, until the right approaches are taken, until the right commensurate actions are taken and deployed consistently, if truly he must come out of Sokoto prison. let's go to the prophecy. Let's go to it. From the major prophet of God. Listen. Listen attentively. I don't want to interrupt the prophecy. Here, everything about the three prophecies will be said and made open in the private to the members of the channel. That is based on the advice that we have got, and we are acting on it. Now, the second public prophecy that I'm giving now, open prophecy that I'm giving now, is that the seat of the judge is vacant on the 27th of January 2026. You are hearing it from this channel for the first time. You are hearing it from me first. Don't forget that you are hearing it from the mouth of the servant of God first. The Lord opened my eyes to see that the seat of the judge on the 27th of January 2026 is vacant. Vacant. The judge was not on his seat on the 27th of January. The judge was not on his seat on the 27th of January. Today is what? Today is the 11th of December 2025. Today is the 11th of December 2025, and this prophecy is coming to you. The seat of the judge is vacant on the 27th of January 2026. We wanted to release this prophecy in the private, but on a second thought, we said no, we have to make this open. I don't understand why a drug addict should be presiding over a case that determines the future, the fate of about 70 million indigenous people. A drug addict. What do you think that he can do? A drug addict. I saw that people filled the courtroom waiting for the judge to arrive and sit on the matter to transfer Maxwell Nnamdi Kanu from Sokoto prison to Abuja, or Abuja nearby prison to transfer him from Sokoto, which will enable him to fight against the Nnamdi Kanu life sentence. People filled the courtroom. Observers came. Dignitaries came. On the 27th of January 2026. Maybe as they are hearing this prophecy now, they may decide to change the date. That's why some of our messages and prophecies, we are not giving them in the private. The courtroom was filled. And everyone were all shocked that they all waited and waited for the judge to come and sit on the matter. But the seat of the judge was vacant. The seat of the judge is vacant. 27th of January 2026. Unfortunately, the consultants, who happen to be the lawyers of Maxwell Nnamdi Kanu, they are now consultants. They were not aware. The appellant, which is Maxwell Nnamdi Kanu, was not aware. Except they will hear this prophecy now and begin to walk towards what the Lord is saying, to prepare ahead of time, to put themselves together ahead of time. Except they will begin to take this prophecy very seriously and begin to put plans in place in order to forestall this prophecy, in order to make sure that the judge sits on this matter and rules in the favor of Nnamdi Kanu, to transfer him from the Sokoto prison to a nearby prison in Abuja, to enable him to fight against his life sentence. January 27th, 2026. The seat of the judge is vacant. Now, before this prophecy continue, I've been doing my hand like this, giving you a sign to calm down, because some of you may be asking, but the judge was on his seat on the 27th of January. Some of you may be confused, thinking that maybe I don't understand what I'm saying, or that the prophecy did not actually manifest. And that's why I was giving you a sign to calm down. Hold on. Let me begin with a question. Do you believe that this prophecy came to pass or not? That the seat of the judge is vacant according to the date of the prophecy, 11th of December 2025. Do you believe that the prophecy came to pass, 27th of January? Do you believe that this prophecy fully manifested? There is another prophecy that will come after this. This prophecy is connected to another prophecy that is coming. Do you believe that this prophecy has come to pass? Do you believe, agree with this prophecy, agree with the major prophet that indeed the seat of the judge was vacant? Now, what is seat? I use the word seat in this prophecy. Seat is position. Good and fine. I mentioned the judge, the one to give judgment or ruling in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. What was the case about? That Nnamdi Kanu should be transferred from the Sokoto prison to a nearby prison in order to allow him appeal against his life sentence. That is the purpose of the court sitting on the 27th of January 2026. This prophecy was released on the 11th of December 2025 and said that crisis unfolds, exposed prophecies revealed Nnamdi Kanu's release date. Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison, Nnamdi Kanu in prison, January 27th crisis. On the thumbnail, as I showed you, you saw as it was written very clearly. You saw what was written there, that there is a doom and crisis waiting for the 27th of January 2026 for the motion of Maxwell Nnawuihe to be transferred from the Sokoto prison to a nearby prison to challenge his life sentence. Now, the prophecy came to pass, 100% accurate manifestation. Now, as you're listening to the prophecy, you heard when I was saying that maybe as they are hearing this prophecy now, they'll begin to change some things. They will begin, maybe as they are hearing the prophecy, they will begin to change some things. And that really happened. So instead of the seat of the judge to be vacant, the position of the judge to be vacant, the judge to be absent in court, it was now the lawyer. It now manifested through the lawyer. The lawyer of Maxwell Nnawuihe recused himself, or he stepped down from the case on the 27th of January. That seat of a legal representative became vacant. Seat means position, which you know. Seat means position. The position someone occupies to do something. The seat of the legal representative of Maxwell Nnawuihe became vacant on the 27th of January 2026, as prophesied. So it now manifested through the lawyer instead of the judge. There was a change. As I was saying in the prophecy, that maybe as they are listening to this prophecy, they may make some adjustment, or they may shift the date, or they may make some changes, having heard the prophecy. But in the end, he still manifested. Maxwell Nnawuihe, the lawyer that was to represent him on the 27th of January 2026, for the judge to rule on his motion to be transferred from Sokoto prison to a nearby prison to challenge his life sentence, the lawyer stepped down. The lawyer recused himself, if I may use the word. He stepped down. He discontinued with the case. He told the judge that he cannot continue with this case, that he was withdrawing. When did it happen? 27th of January, as prophesied. Crisis. The date that was supposed to be ruled for his transfer, the prophecy that talked about crisis unfolds. Doom on the 27th January transfer crisis. Full accurate manifestation, 100%. So it manifested through the lawyer, and the judge did not rule in his favor. The case was struck out. This prophecy will continue. Hold on. Don't log out. Before this prophecy continues, I want to read out how the lawyer stepped down, why the lawyer stepped down, how this prophecy fully manifested physically, the physical reason why Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison, and the physical reason, that is what this broadcast is all about. I want you to pay attention. The prophecy will continue after this. We stopped about some minutes. I have marked where we stopped in the prophecy. We will continue after reading out this. Pay attention. Court strikes out Nnamdi Kanu's request for transfer from Sokoto prison. Crisis unfolds as was prophesied by God's major prophet Maxwell Nnawuihe on the 11th of December 2025. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday struck out an application filed by the convicted leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, seeking his transfer from the prison in Sokoto State. The court, in a ruling that was delivered by Justice James Omotosho, held that the application was incompetent. Hold on, don't log out. There are other parts of this prophecy we are going to hear that are about to fully manifest. They are about to fully manifest if something is not done so fast and so quickly and consistently to stop it. The article continues. Kanu, who was sentenced to life imprisonment by the court on November 20, 2025, contended in a motion that he personally signed that his detention in the Sokoto Custodial Center would hamper his ability to effectively appeal his conviction. In the 8 grounds he raised in support of the motion ex parte marked FHC/ABJ/CR/383/2015, the embattled IPOB leader noted that the court, after finding him guilty of the 7-count terrorism charge preferred against him by the federal government, sentenced him to life imprisonment in any correctional facility in the country, except Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja. The applicant, who is currently unrepresented by counsel, in other words, he was not represented by counsel, intends to personally exercise his constitutional right of appeal against the conviction and sentence. The preparation of the notice of appeal and the record of appeal requires the applicant's personal interface with the registry of this honorable court and the Court of Appeal in Abuja. All persons critical to assisting the applicant in preparing his appeal, including his relatives, associates, and legal consultants, are based in Abuja. The applicant's continued detention in Sokoto renders his constitutional right to appeal impracticable, occasioning exceptional hardship and potentially defeating the said right in violation of Section 36 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. He added, Kanu maintained that it would be in the interest of justice for him to be transferred to a facility near Abuja to enable him to effectively prosecute his appeal. Consequently, he prayed the court for an order to compel the federal government and or the Nigerian Correctional Service to forthwith transfer him from the Sokoto Correctional Facility to a custodial facility within the jurisdiction of this honorable court. In the alternative, he sought an order transferring him to the court's immediate environs, such as the Suleja or the Kefi Custodial Center, for the purpose of enabling the applicant to effectively prosecute his constitutionally guaranteed right of appeal. I hope you're following. The court had on December 4th, 2025 declined to hear the motion on the basis that Kanu's younger brother, Prince Emmanuel, who sought to move it, is not a legal practitioner. Consequently, on December 8, 2025, when the matter came up, a lawyer from the Legal Aid Council of Nigeria, Demdo Asan, appeared on behalf of the detained IPOB leader. The Legal Aid Council of Nigeria is a body that is controlled or managed by the federal government. It's a government organization that helps people that don't have lawyers or that cannot afford lawyers for whatever reason to represent them in their cases. So this Demdo Asan is a government lawyer. He appeared to represent Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu is the representative in his case. He represents himself. He is the senior lawyer and he represents himself in his case, which you know. Now, this Asan Demdo is from the Legal Aid Council of Nigeria. So he's a government lawyer, not Nnamdi Kanu's personal lawyer. Asan further told the court that despite his repeated efforts, none of Kanu's relatives showed up to depose to an affidavit in support of the prison transfer request. I quote him, "My lord, from the 8th of December till today, I have been in phone till today, 27th of January 2026. He made this statement in court. I hope you're following. Till today, I have been in phone conversations with Kanu's relatives for one of them to come to our office to depose to the affidavit, but they have not shown up," the government lawyer lamented. Besides, he accused Kanu of attempting to dictate to him how the case should be conducted, a development he said was incompatible with his duties as an officer of the law. Excuse me? Why should he say that this is incompatible? He was trying to say that Nnamdi Kanu was telling him what should be done in his case. And he said it is incompatible. I'm coming back to that. He continued, "The applicant wants to dictate the tune of the matter. He wants to write what I will say while in court. However, I cannot do that as an officer of the court," Asan added, saying that after consulting his superiors, he had decided it was not right for a defendant to dictate how a lawyer should conduct a case in court, which is not true. This is the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Every applicant has a right to dictate how his case should go. Every applicant has a right to suggest and to tell his lawyer what to do. It is now left for the lawyer to fine-tune and look into the merits and find basis or constitutional basis or background to see if he applies or takes the suggestion or the recommendation of the applicant, how effective and how resultful it will be in the court. Do you know that before the lawyer goes to court, most of the time, the lawyer usually sits with the client in the chamber to debrief. There is always sometimes what they call conference. The lawyer and the client, they will sit and they will talk, they will discuss. Even before cross-examination, at the resumption of every trial or any matter, sometimes the lawyer will tell the client what to say while in the witness box, while standing or sitting in the dock. And the client or the applicant will also suggest to the lawyer what to say, what to do. And besides, you know that Nnamdi Kanu is now representing himself in this case. He is the senior lawyer so long as this case is concerned. You are just a legal aid appointed to represent Nnamdi Kanu in this motion. In the motion, the appeal has not even been filed. It has not resumed. This is just the motion to transfer him from the Sokoto prison to a nearby prison to Abuja. Okay? It's just a motion. Nnamdi Kanu is the senior lawyer in this case because he is representing himself. And when a senior lawyer tells you what to do, you have to abide by it, except it's going to cause a serious judicial or legal damages to the case. That you will now say, no, look at what we will do. Instead of doing it this way, let's do it this way. Fine tune it, not to condemn him or to make him lose the case. And you say, oh, I think he was the one that was suggesting what we should do. He didn't allow me to use my discretion or my expertise or my wisdom as a legal practitioner. No. Because you are corrupt, because you are biased, and also coming from the prophecy on the 11th of December 2025. I hope you're following now. It's a gang up, is a conspiracy. They teamed up, they ganged up. Instead of the seat of the judge to be vacant, according to the prophecy on the 11th of December 2025, it was now the lawyer that stepped down. The lawyer he withdrew from the case. The seat of the lawyer is now vacant in the case, according to the prophecy. If you are just joining now, you have missed a huge part of this broadcast. Go back to the beginning and begin to watch, and make sure you watch till the end. I plead with you, go back to the beginning, begin to watch from the beginning, and continue until the end, because you have really missed a huge part of this broadcast where the beginning of the prophecy was played. I paused it somewhere to explain the physical aspect or the physical reasons why Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison until the right thing is done. So, Demdu Asan, your withdrawal from the case of Nnamdi Kanu on the 27th of January is a gang up, is a conspiracy to frustrate him in his bid to challenge his life sentence in the Court of Appeal. For whatever reason, it is a conspiracy. It is a betrayal. And also, this is a full, clear manifestation of the prophecy on the 11th of December by God's major prophet, Maxwell Nnawuihe. We continue. After now, we will go back to the prophecy. Thank you for joining. Like and share this broadcast immediately. Like and share the broadcast immediately. Remember, the remaining part of the prophecy I'm going to play is very critical because there are other aspects of that prophecy that are about to manifest, and we are praying that God should help. Let it not manifest. You need to hear it so that you can play your own part, and we allow God to play his own part. However, I cannot do that as an officer of the court. I cannot allow the applicant to suggest to me what to do or to dictate to me what to do, the tone, how to deliver, or how to represent him in court on the 27th of January 2026. I cannot as an officer of the court, because you are serving the interests of the government. It was prophesied. Asan added, saying that after consulting his superiors, he had decided it was not right for a defendant to dictate how a lawyer should conduct a case in court. You lied. You lied. I don't know how much they paid you to withdraw from this case. Of course, I know that the Legal Aid Council is a government property, is a government organization that brings lawyers to represent a defendant or an applicant in court. I know already Legal Aid Council of Nigeria is a government establishment, but you as an individual that was appointed to represent Nnamdi Kanu in this case on the 27th of January, you did not say the truth. You are not honest in this statement that an applicant or a client cannot tell the lawyer what to do or what to say. He is the one that brought the case to you. He is the one. And in this instance, Nnamdi Kanu is the senior lawyer of this case. He is the senior lawyer in this matter. He is representing himself according to his right in the Constitution. That being said, invoking Order 50 Rule 1 of the Federal High Court rules, the lawyer formally withdrew from the matter. Withdrew. His seat is now vacant. The seat is now vacant as prophesied on the 11th of December 2025. Prophecy fulfilled. In the ruling, Justice Omotosho acceded to Asan's request to pull out of the case. When the matter was brought, it was an incompetent suit. However, in the interest of justice, I ordered that parties be served, but this has not been done. Justice Omotosho explained before he struck out the motion. Now, let's go back to the video of the prophecy. Let's go back to it. Glory. But God will come through for Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to listen. We continue with the prophecy. There are other prophecies that are in the private for Maxwell Nnawuihe channel members. There are 3 other prophecies from this particular broadcast. This particular broadcast has about 6 prophecies on that very day, 11th of December. 3 out of the 6 were made public, and the remaining 3 were made or released in the private. So if you join Maxwell Nnawuihe YouTube channel membership, you will be able to have access to all the private videos, all the prophecies in the private, all the tips and teachings in the private. Okay? Look below this video. You will see a link that will help you join the Maxwell Nnawuihe YouTube channel membership. Let's continue with this prophecy because this is in the public. Let's continue. I am God's major prophet, Maxwell Nnawuihe. You are hearing from me first. Today is the 11th of December 2025, the year of the Lord. I am going straight to the 3rd prophecy, which will be the last in this segment. The remaining 3 prophecies will be for the channel members, Maxwell Nnawuihe channel members. If you have not joined, it is important that you join Maxwell Nnawuihe's channel membership. It is very important because the remaining 3 prophecies will be coming to you in the private. If you join as a member, you will receive the complete remaining 3 prophecies because they are so critical. They are not for public ears. They are not for public ears. They are not for public ears. I will be telling you what the President of Nigeria will be doing when he visits Nnamdi Kanu in the prison. That will be for the channel members. I will be telling you what the President of Nigeria will be doing, the condition that he's going to present to Nnamdi Kanu when he visits him in the prison, because he is going to visit him in the prison as the Lord showed me. That will be in the private. And also, I will be telling you the date of the release of Nnamdi Kanu as the Lord opened my eyes to see, the month and the date, the year. That will be in the private. That will be for the channel members to hear, to know, to learn, and to prepare ahead of time. Yes, I said in the private prophecy, I will be telling you what the President of Nigeria will be doing, what he will present to Nnamdi Kanu in the prison. He will visit Nnamdi Kanu in the prison. And I will also be telling you the date for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I will tell you the month and I will tell you the date. I want you to share this broadcast. This is for the public members, the fans, and those that are following me. This is for you. The last prophecy is coming to you. Like and share this broadcast immediately. This is the number 3 prophecy for you. The extended job of the judge is to block Nnamdi Kanu's appeal on his life sentence. The job of the judge has been extended. His first job and assignment was to sentence Nnamdi Kanu to death. To death. But God intervened. God intervened. And it was life, which is appealable. Which is appealable. It can be appealed. When they saw that the job is not enough, to convict him is not enough, they now extended the job of the judge. The extended job of the judge is to block Nnamdi Kanu's appeal on his life sentence. As I'm talking to you now, you need to rise up and begin to have a different conception, a different understanding, a different mindset and orientation on how to deal with this monster. This very monster that want to swallow Nnamdi Kanu without any wasting time, that you may begin to think, that you may begin to strategize immediately on how to dismantle it, on how to deal with it ASAP. They don't want any appeal against Nnamdi Kanu life sentence because they don't want another round of defeat and exposure. They don't want it. Defeat, exposure, they don't need it anymore. They don't want public scrutiny. They don't want it. They don't want international pressure. They don't want it anymore. They have had enough of it. They don't want any disgrace anymore in Nnamdi Kanu's case. So they decided to extend the job of the judge to block every access, every avenue, every attempt, every effort in order for Nnamdi Kanu to appeal his life sentence. They know very well that if they allow Nnamdi Kanu the opportunity to appeal the life sentence, he will secure the overturn of the verdict. They are very much aware of it because the world has been watching. And the world has started taking action. And the world has become more serious and more eager to deliver justice to Nnamdi Kanu. They understand it very well. They are still considering to silence Nnamdi Kanu permanently. They are still considering it. They have not closed it as a chapter. The chapter is still open in their own agenda. They are still considering to silence Nnamdi Kanu permanently through gradual process. The political solution is still ongoing. As I said some minutes ago in the previous prophecy, the political solution is still ongoing, but the judge is acting on others beyond his personal hatred for Nnamdi Kanu. The judge is acting on others. He has personal hatred for Nnamdi Kanu, but the order on which he is acting is far beyond his personal hatred for Nnamdi Kanu. The order is to make sure that he block Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence appeal at all cost. At all cost. If you are still thinking that by writing a lot of articles that is going to move the judges, going to move Nigeria in order for them to obey the rule of law and also allow democratic tenets and principles to take its full course in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, you're wasting your time. If you're still just thinking that, by more press releases, more right movement organizations talking and shouting, just only talking and shouting and writing without practical steps, without action, without holding the government to account, without sanctions, without certain diplomatic and international political heavyweight measures to compel and propel the government to release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, you are just dreaming. You are joking. You don't know how far these people has gone. You don't know how far they have gone. You don't know their predisposition. You do not understand it. And that is why God is speaking to every one of you that are watching right now. They are ready to block every attempt for Nnamdi Kanu to appeal his life sentence at all costs. That is the order that the judge has received to block it. Listen,
I'm stopping the prophecy here.
If you cannot remove the judge, if you
forensic
cannot remove the judge,
forensic,
I will not explain what I'm saying now in prophecy. I'm not going to explain it.
Detailed. The prophecies that I give, they are like chronicles, they are like letters, they are like articles, they are like brochure, they are like newscasts, they are like newsletters. Detailed. And I've told you several times, those of you that have been following for a long time, I've told you, anybody that disagree or who refuse to believe, who discards my prophecies, I don't have any issue with you. I can never quarrel you. It won't pain me. But one thing I promise is this: 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, or at most 1 year plus down the line, you will see the manifestation of the prophecy in such a way that you will be forced to go to the dustbin where you threw the prophecy away and begin to search for it in regret. You will be regretting, why didn't I even, I heard when the prophet, I heard when Maxwell was saying it, I heard when the pastor was saying it, but I didn't believe it. Why didn't I even believe it? Wow, my goodness me. That is what you will do. After 3 months, 6 months, 1 year thereabout of the prophecy, you will see the manifestation.
Remember the prophecy I gave 5 years ago on the 12th of September 2020 that Biafra and Israel will speak one language. And remember the recent prophecy I gave about the Biafran delegates meet Israeli PM Netanyahu for Nnamdi Kanu's release and Biafra freedom. You think that is a joke? You think all of these things are made up? Maybe you are just coming across this channel for the first time. You are hearing my voice for the first time. In that case, I want you to subscribe to this channel and go to all the previous videos and broadcasts and prophecies. Listen with open mind and confirm whether you are watching or listening to lying or false prophecies or real, genuine, authentic, verifiable prophecies. Why Nnamdi Kanu will remain in Sokoto prison? I've told you the spiritual reasons and also the physical reasons. This prophecy is a roadmap, is an exposition, is an eye-opener. The remaining part of this prophecy don't allow it to come to manifestation. As I said in the beginning, Nnamdi Kanu has only a few days to challenge his life sentence at the Court of Appeal. From the 20th of November 2025 to the 20th of February 2026 is 3 months, which is a constitutional provision for anyone to challenge or appeal against any judgment that he or she doesn't like or doesn't want. Out of the 90 days, how many days remaining? 27th of January was how many days? 2 months plus. 2 months plus. So 20th of February is how many days left? How many days left? How many days left for Nnamdi Kanu to challenge his life sentence? And as I told you in the third prophecy in this video, that the extended job of the judge is to block every access and every avenue for Nnamdi Kanu to appeal his life sentence. Is it happening or not? Is it happening or not? Will you fold your hands and allow it to fully manifest again? Have you forgotten that his name has been shortlisted for Court of Appeal appointment? Justice James Omotosho. Have you forgotten that his name has been shortlisted? He is going to become one of the judges at the Court of Appeal. So he will go to the Court of Appeal and be waiting for Nnamdi Kanu in case Nnamdi Kanu manages and files an appeal at the Court of Appeal to challenge his life sentence. That the same Omotosho will sit on that appeal and deliver a judgment in the Court of Appeal. That the same James Omotosho will sit on the case at the Court of Appeal and still deliver judgment. He delivered judgment at the lower court, high court, and convicted him. Okay? Now, they want to appoint him to the appeal court so that he will also sit at the appeal court and sit on this case and still deliver judgment on the appeal of Nnamdi Kanu. As I said in the prophecy you just listened to, you just watched, I am God's major prophet, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Like this broadcast, subscribe to this channel immediately, join Maxwell Nnawuihe YouTube channel membership for private prophecies and videos that are not for the public ears. I will see you again in another powerful broadcast.